I feel the more connected I am with my body, the more joyful I am. These are simple little habits that we can cultivate to feel more joyous in our lives. And I love to connect with my sensuality, to express my sensuality through movements and dancing and swaying and smell and taste and the way I dress. If you are looking to find more simple joys, simple pleasures in your day-to-day life, by slowly living and indulging in these simple pleasures, we can connect with our sensuality, and in turn, we can find more joy in this simple, slow way of life. Hello my friends, I hope you are having the most magical day. My name is Helena and I run the blog called Simple Joys. Today's topic is all about how when we feel more sensual, when we feel more grounded and connected to our physical body, we actually allow and make room for more joy, more peace, and more presence. When we feel connected to our physical body, when we're engaging with our senses and really connecting with the world around us using our physical body, we are able to tap into presence. And it is when we are being mindful of our actions, our movements, the way that we walk, the way that we dance, the way that we dress ourselves, it does impact the way that we feel. All that we put on our external body, all that we engage with our physical senses on a day-to-day basis actually elevates our lives and helps us feel more grounded and present in our world. First of all, sensuality is not sexuality. They are two different things. I was talking to my mom on the phone the other day and I was telling her, I'm thinking about making a video about sensuality, and my mom was like, "You're gonna be talking about sex on your YouTube channel?" And I'm like, "No, Mom, I'm not talking about sex. They're completely different things. This has to do with feeling connected with your physical body, and how when we are physically connected with our body, we're able to feel more grounded, more present, more connected with life. Indulging and celebrating my sensuality, celebrating what makes me feel sensual and grounded in the present moment actually brings me more simple pleasures and simple joys in my day-to-day life. And today we're going to be talking about what 5 ways that I do that, and how hopefully it may inspire you to tap into one of these things or figure out what works best for you. I hope that these tips elevate your life. The first tip to engage your senses and to feel more connected with life is to engage your sense of smell. I am a firm believer in having some perfume. This is a roll-on perfume that I love by Diptyque, and I put it on every day, and I cannot tell you how more elevated and positive my days go when I put on some perfume. Just a little bit on my wrists, on my neck, but the scent makes me come alive. And if you are someone who's very sensitive to smell like I am, stay away from the smells that make you right? I have a list of smells that I cannot be around. Applesauce, yogurt, tuna, beer. There are certain smells that literally set my skin on fire. So, oh my God, shrimp chips. Oh my God, I hate the smell of shrimp chips. Recognize what smells you would like to stay far away from, any kind of smell that makes you feel icky or just not elevated in your life, right? And then find the smells that really make you so happy. For me, it's flowers, it's rain, it's the smell of books. Oh my God, it's the smell of chlorine. Indoor pools are the best smelling thing in the world to me. Anytime that I get a chance to go to an indoor pool, I jump on it because I'm yes, engage in the sense of smell. And be aware of what scents turn you on and what scents turn you off. The next tip is to put on some music and get engaged in a sound that delights your mind, body, and soul. This is when we move on to the next sense, which is hearing. When we hear things that bring us joy, we are able to connect to the sensual, grounded, and connected part of ourselves. I love certain sounds that really make me feel more engaged with my life and feel more present and connected in my body. So recognize what music, or maybe it's not even music, maybe it's a certain person's voice. So recognize what sounds you're really attracted to and what sounds you're not. Maybe that could be birds chirping outside. Maybe it's the sound of water. Maybe it's the sound of ocean waves crashing into one another. Maybe it's the sound of your partner. Maybe it's the sound of cars and the energy of the city. Maybe it's the sound of gravel underneath your feet. This is a great opportunity to practice mindfulness, to practice awareness of what lights us up and what doesn't. I also recommend starting a Spotify playlist of music that really aligns you. On my Spotify, I have all these different playlists of music and sounds that really connect me for the mood that I am feeling now or the feeling that I want to feel. Pay attention to what you're listening to and what you're consuming. So often we're bombarded with all these different sounds of media and notifications and music and podcasts and all that stuff, but we're not really being mindful and aware of boundaries and like, do we want to consume that? Is that beneficial to us? Is it helpful to us to consume that sound? That brings us to the third tip, which is movement. That can tap into the sensual part of ourselves. I feel so connected when I'm walking through nature, when I'm walking through the woods barefoot. I love to like move my arms, like swaying, kind of like a fairy or like a mermaid. And I'm walking through the forest alone, I'll just start swaying or I'll start moving my arms like a mermaid just to feel like more connected to that. Another way that you could tap into your physical movements to feel more sensual in your day-to-day life is to dance. Dance in the morning before you go off to work. Dance on your lunch break for 5 minutes. Put on a song and just start dancing around your living room. I love to do that. I love to do that in the morning, especially when I want to get into a good vibe day, good positive feeling day. I will put on some music and I will just dance in my living room, and it really just brings my spirits up. And another thing that you could do is when you're walking, start touching things, like touch the bark on the tree. When I take my walk through the forest every day, I love to put my hand on the bark and just really connect with it. I love to hug trees. I love to sit down on the grass and just place my palms in the earth and sink them in and just breathe and sit there and just feel, really soak in that feeling of what it feels like to place my palms on the earth. So I hope that really helps you. Also touch yourself lightly to feel more sensual and connected with your body. Place your fingertips, just place them like on your neck, like touch your wrist. This is a really sensitive part. So just start like just being sensual and just like touching your body in very soft, innocent, sweet movements. There's no need to be sexual here. We're not talking about sexuality. We're talking about sensuality. We're talking about engaging with the physical body and the earthly pleasures of being human, of being alive. I love to do facial massages every night before I go to sleep. I'll do a 5-minute facial massage with Olga Tolga on YouTube, but it allows me to release tension with my face. I am a very expressive person by nature. I move my face a lot when I speak, so I know that I've got to release that tension every day to feel more grounded and balanced in my face. I also love to do reflexology style massages on my feet before I go to sleep. I use my thumbs to just basically remove any tension that's at the bottom of my feet, and I find that I do that right before I go to sleep, and it releases a lot of stress for me. I find that I'm also much quicker at getting to sleep when I release the tension in my feet at the end of the day. I also find that feeling gratitude for each part of your body when you are connecting with your physical body, being grateful for it. Like, express a moment of gratitude. I know it seems silly, but like, I am so thankful for my fingers. I'm so thankful that they can type and that they can hold my camera and I can take pictures with them. I'm so grateful that I have my thumbs so that I can pick up things and do the creative hobbies and the creative things I love. I'm so grateful for my neck that allows me to see birds in the trees and allows me to look up at the sky, at the clouds, right? Feel a moment of gratitude for each part of your body as you're touching it and connecting with it physically. This is a slower way of life, right? We're so often rushed and busy and not connecting with our bodies because we're going from one thing after the other to the other. I encourage you to feel grateful and pause and take a moment to slowly connect with your body and help you feel more sensual. Another tip that you could do is the style of dress. How do you dress? How do you carry yourself? What kind of feeling do you want to feel in your day? And how can you intentionally style your wardrobe or your outfit for that day to resemble the feeling that you want to feel? Today I'm feeling very sensual. I'm feeling very feminine. So today I'm wearing something flowy. I'm feeling like a little sprite or a little fairy or a little pixie. So today I'm wearing something that's off the shoulder so I can feel more free here. I'm wearing something very flowy, something that moves when I move, that moves with the wind. Whatever makes you feel good and makes you feel connected with your body and very sensual and in your body, go for that. Go for the thing that makes you feel more sensual and more connected to your physical body. We all like something different, and if you're someone like me, your style changes every day. I do not have one style. It changes day to day, and I totally embrace it. And the final way that you can connect with your sensual body is through taste. There's this great scene from the film Eat, Pray, Love where Julia Roberts' character is in a hotel room or in her apartment in Italy, and she indulges and she delights in buying a silk nightgown, and then she makes herself the most delicious breakfast, and there's so much intentionality and beauty in it. Beautiful spread, and she sits down on the floor. She pulls out a newspaper and she just slowly indulges in each bite of the fresh food. And I love that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes of any movie because it reminds me to indulge in the simple pleasures, the simple joys of each moment that we have, of each taste. Every food that we consume should be intentional. We should be deliberate with why we're eating it and how it makes us feel. I feel the more connected I am with my body, the more joyful I am. These are simple little habits that we can cultivate to feel more joyous in our lives. And I love to connect with my sensuality, to express my sensuality through movements and dancing and swaying and smell and taste and the way I dress. And I hope that these tips, if you are looking to find more simple joys, simple pleasures in your day-to-day life by slowly living, right? By slowly living and indulging in these simple pleasures, we can connect with our sensuality, and in turn, we can find more joy in this simple, slow way of life. I hope this video inspires you at all to find the ways that make you feel more sensual and connected. Please let me know in the comments, what are some things you're gonna try? What are things that you've tried before that you really enjoy? If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a magical day, my friends, and I will see you next Thursday here on The Simple Joys.